hard gel infill step by step, and test drive of the new Diamond Tornado drill bit in this video coming up. Hello guys, Anastasia here, and it is time to do a feel for these hard gel nails. It's been 4.5 weeks, and as you can see, nails are doing pretty good. There's a little lifting on the thumb on the side. Other than that, they're doing pretty good. As for crystals, they were doing pretty good as well until the last week. I was going to take a picture just to show you guys that this kind of crystals can actually last. But then my client shared that, when you know that your appointment is coming soon, you are not paying that much attention anymore. So she simply lost them. Oh well, so we decided to make these nails shorter a little bit. So now I'm filing the length. And when you're filing a length like that, I recommend to use a high speed. Currently, it's 20,000 rotations per minute. And I'm using carbide bit. This is blue abrasive mark because these are gel nails, and gel is not as hard as acrylic. While for acrylic nails, I would recommend the similar one, but with green abrasive mark, which is more coarse. Next step, filing the product underneath. I did these extensions using Cosmoprofi hard gel. I've been using this brand for a while, but never tried their gel, so it was first time, and now as the follow-up, I have to say that it's pretty good. And by the way, now they have an English website and they ship worldwide, so if you're interested, I will leave the link down below. Most nails are growing a little bit downwards, that's why I'm filing the product underneath to make it thinner. Also, I made them shorter, and once you do that, you probably notice that at this point they look pretty thick. So I'm getting rid of this thickness, filing it from underneath rather than from the top. At the same time, I'm filing the natural nail underneath as well a little bit, but we will get back to this step a little later. Pay attention on how I'm holding the bit. It is very important to not overfile the stress area at this point, otherwise you may experience cracks and the nails can easily break. Then I'm going to file off the top coat from the top. Here I have 2 coats of the matte top coat. Here comes your favorite part, filing off the lifting. There is not as much, it is on the side, and this particular one, I know why it happened. This is definitely my fault because I remember that I was in a hurry and this was the last nail to finish up, so I probably didn't clean the cuticle properly on this side. So you see what's happening. Now just imagine if you would do the same on all nails. It's gonna be a disaster. Now the lifted part is gone. Make sure that it's not still on the nail. I mean, sometimes around the lifting you may see some small parts that are separated from the nail plate. So once they're all clean, we can simply fill this area with the new product. Now I will proceed to removing the top coat, and then I am using another carbide bit. This is red abrasive mark, so it is softer, and I'm filing the natural nail underneath. By the way, I shared a similar video a while ago on my Instagram, and there were so many comments like, "Oh my god, what are you doing? You're destroying natural nail." Well, actually, it's not even close to that. Basically, it's the same as you would take nails and file them short, and that's exactly what I am doing now. It just will not be possible to do it any other way since the nails are under the product. And the reason I'm doing that is because most nails, they start to curve as they grow longer, and the client will experience lifting. So it will not look as clean and sanitary, and the other problem, this lifting will turn into bigger lifting in the stress area, and then nails may break or painlessly fall off. This is Diamond Flame Tornado bead, and it is very popular currently in Russia. It looks very similar to a regular flame bead, but the difference is that abrasive part is not all over the place. It looks like a spiral. So let's try it. Honestly, I really have concerns about this bead because, I mean, why would you use a bead like that? But since it has red abrasive, which is medium fine, I hope it will work good. I don't know. So I read some reviews about it, and most nail technicians are divided into two groups. One of them love this. They're like, oh my god, I just cannot imagine using anything else. And the other part is like, no, I just hate it. So at the moment, honestly, I do not see a big difference from the regular flame bit, because most of the time you're working with the side of the bead, and this is where abrasive is. So this is how they explain the advantages of this bead is because of this spiral, it will not just clean the cuticles, but it will also hide the dust that's coming from it, and everything will look clean. Well, honestly, I do not see anything like that yet. Like I said, it feels like I'm working with a regular flame bead, but it's kind of old, so it's not cleaning as well as it should. When I'm done working with the left side, I switch to the right one. So now this is reverse mode. The speed is around 15,000 rotations per minute. And actually now it feels much different. And it makes sense because the spiral was going into the certain direction. And it was my concern that this thing probably works good only in one direction. And it actually does. So you see in this direction, it's cleaning better. And also it doesn't look as dusty. So, okay, now it makes sense to me. Probably people who really enjoy working with this bead, they're working in a technique where you're not using two rotations. You're not switching from forward to reverse and back. You're just using one mode, and it is actually possible. I tried this technique a few times, but you need to hold a client's hand in a certain ways for that. And for me personally, it's kind of hard because, you know, I have some clients that are really hard to move. I mean, their fingers just will not move that way. That's why I prefer working on forward as well as on the reverse mode. So now I switch to the next finger, and yes, this definitely feels so much better in this direction. So what I could do, I could go all the way from the left side to the right and work only on the reverse mode, but like I said, it's just not very comfortable technique for me. Okay, so I finally felt tired of this bead and I switched to the traditional flame bead that I normally use, and I decided to clean everything because it just didn't feel clean enough. And honestly, there is not that much to clean, so probably, you know, it was just in my head. When you try something new, something unusual, it always feels uncomfortable and weird first, so I think I definitely should try it a couple times. until I can form my final opinion about that. So I finished with trimming the cuticles with the scissors. There's actually not that much to trim, and now let's proceed to the fill. I apply dehydrator and non-acid primer only on the outgrown part of the natural nail and a thin coat of base. I'm using the one by Cupa. I totally love it. It works great for me, and I will be using Cosmoprofi light color. This is the same one I used for these extensions. So first I apply a thin coat from the cuticle towards the free edge and will not cure it because I need a slippery surface to apply the next part. Then I will take a drop of gel and start working from the cuticle area. This time I'm using less product that I did during the extensions because we already have product underneath. So now I need to add mostly to the cuticle area because the product is missing there, a little bit on the apex area because the nails are outgrown now and we made them shorter, and a tiny bit on the free edge and sidewalls since I filed them underneath, remember, so they could be super thin at the moment. And I tried to do my best so I will not really need to file them at all. And this is the technique, I call it snail. So when the product is missing on one side, this is what you can do. So you take a piece of gel and then you just twist it, roll it like a snail, and yay, now this left part is filled. Then cure in LED for 1 minute and proceed to the next nail.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, ooh. Second thing second, don't you tell me what you think that I can be. I'm the one at the same, I'm the master of my sea. Oh, ooh, the master of my sea. Oh,
I cured all nails in LED. This is how they look after product application. Then you need to take off the sticky layer. This is an important part from the cuticle towards the free edge only. And as you can see, there is not really much to file. So I will first file the length to make sure it matches. So we need to have the similar length on index, middle and ring finger. And we decided to switch to square shape because originally it was a square oval shape. Now it's just a traditional square. So once it's all good, I will buff the surface with 280 grit buffer only.
Send a prayer to the ones up above. All the hate that you've heard has turned your spirit to a dove. Oh, ooh, your spirit up above. Oh, ooh. Hey, you made me, I believe.
I will slightly file the sidewalls with 180 grit, and this is it. So this is how nails look after buffing, and at this point I usually ask a client to wash their hands with the soap so we can proceed to the color application. And this time we decided to use Lack-It from the new Invoke collection, this beautiful purple color, but I'm going to apply it only on one nail. 2 coats, cure each for 30 seconds in LED, and on the other nails I will be using the same color, but I will simply place dots of different sizes along the cuticle.
I just got the dreams, I know what you mean. It's all funny to the feet. I get 50 to my G.
At this point I will seal all nails with a no wipe top coat. All nude nails will be shiny and the purple one will be matte, and we also added a couple drops of the no wipe glossy top coat, so now it's kind of reverse design. Let me guys know what do you think. I think it's pretty simple and also fast, and actually this design idea, I mean these glossy dots on the mat, my client gave to me. So let me know if you ever had something like that, that your client actually came up with a really brilliant nail art idea. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, do not forget to hit like and subscribe to my channel as I post new tutorials every week. And I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.
'Cause this shit is real. 'Cause this shit is real.